The first goal of the Trust is that all old growth forest remnants greater than 1 hectare of Banks Peninsula forest cover are to be protected and managed against animal and plant threat. These remnants are an important source of recolonisation of the peninsula's regenerating forests. And they are important repositories of the full range of biodiversity, that is bird, plant, invertebrate, reptile and soil biota.
The goal too is when rare ecosystems are protected and appropriately managed. It's where examples of every rare ecosystem type are protected in perpetuity.
So this is about the connections between land, freshwater and marine habitats are managed so that species that depend on those connections are thriving. We're going to see thriving populations of seabirds throughout the peninsula. There'll be healthy shellfish beds in the harbours. We'll see great inanga spawning sites in the streams, and the whole community will be engaged in working on the interface between the land, the freshwater and the sea.
Goal 4 is where we have 4 core indigenous areas of greater than 1,000 hectares each protected. The large core areas are necessary to enable the full range of biodiversity to flourish on Banks Peninsula. These core areas will be quite similar to Hinawai really, where we have a contiguous block of forest, old growth remnant and regenerating native bush all together.
Goal 5 is that land used for primary production or for settlements also supports indigenous biodiversity. Now we have our flagship reserves and covenanted areas, but they take up only a very small part of the peninsula, and we're cognizant that the rest of the peninsula needs to also be managed so as to support those values. Success would look like all owners, from large-scale farmers through to individual householders, being aware of ecological values and in the normal course of their activities recognising and promoting them. Goal 6 is that indigenous flora and fauna on Banks Peninsula is increasingly abundant. Now in recent decades there's been quite a bit of natural regeneration of forests, and so we believe that some species, including some rare species, are in better shape, but there's a long way to go.
Goal 7 is to reintroduce 2 locally extinct species back to the peninsula. We've had some success so far with the reintroduction of the tui in 2009 and 2010. It's been a popular project. Community engagement has been really huge. There's been much more awareness as a result of the biodiversity of the peninsula.
This goal is having Banks Peninsula effectively free of pest animals. And that includes rats and stoats and possums and feral deer and goats and other things. And it aligns really well with the government's recent announcement about predator-free New Zealand for 2050.
Banks Peninsula Ecological Vision is for our future.